Probably a 15, 16 incher. Super duper big brown here. Probably a 17. Whoop. Look at that spectacular color. That color and that spotting is just magnificent. A really pretty fish. Beautiful fish. Excellent. It's been a minute since I posted any updated videos to the Wasatch Budget Shooting and Fishing piece of this channel, and I thought I would do a video on one of my favorite topics, which is spoons, specifically spoon lures when used for fishing for trout. Cutthroat trout, brown trout, rainbow trout, you name it. I've had very, very good success using spoons for just about all the trout species here in the Mountain West, or at least here in Utah. And as you can see on the table in front of me, there's a small selection of my vast menagerie of different spoons. And I want to talk a little bit about spoon lures, what they are, some of the different brands, etc., before taking you out for a proof of concept to show you exactly how I do this. But first of all, let's talk about what a spoon is. Basically, a spoon lure is just a teardrop concaved piece of metal, weighted, 1/4 ounce, 2/5 ounce, half ounce, 3/4 ounce. It has a fluttering action in the water, so when you're basically swimming these things through, it's going to be kind of swishing back and forth like that with a gentle retrieve. It doesn't have to be a super active retrieve. The shape of the spoon creates the action in the water. Various spoons on the table here. The ones I just held up, these are Sierra brand spoons. Most recently, I was using this exact spoon out at Strawberry Reservoir, which is Utah's premier cutthroat fishery, or probably one of the top 3 cutthroat fisheries, and this thing worked like a charm on the cutthroats. But Sierra brand spoons were crafted specifically for the Lahontan cutthroat and the state next door, and they work exceptionally well on the Bonneville cutthroat here in Utah. Other spoons on the table, you've got these little Cleo spoons. Man, those things are dynamite. I have caught so many trout on those little Cleos. Those are really, really good and really, really inexpensive. Those are available just about anywhere. You've got the crocodile spoons up here. These are a little bit elongated. Still the same idea. You've got kind of a concave, elongated teardrop shape. That's what creates the action in the water with just a gentle retrieve. I do a bit of an irregular retrieve. Again, I'm going to try to show you proof of concept later in the video. Crocodiles have caught me a lot of fish. The classic daredevils. Just about everybody in America, I think, has fished a daredevil lure at some point in their lives, whether they knew it or not. Daredevil spoons have been around for decades. Pretty much those were the spoons I learned to fish on as a kid, and I've kept my love of spoons ever since. Cutthroat, browns, rainbows, it didn't matter. I've had really good luck with the daredevil spoons. These up here are available at Walmart if you're into basically just bargain gear. These little, what are they, strobes? I think these are the Blue Fox strobe spoons. Similar shape to the Cleos over here. A little bit less weight. I think these are probably 2/5 ounce, maybe a little bit less. Similar shape, similar action. You can get a pack of those at Walmart for only a few bucks. These ones up here, these slightly larger ones, these were El Cheapos on Amazon, just kind of a generic spoon. Again, same idea, just a piece of metal, elongated teardrop. You've got the concave surface as it's being dragged through the water. That's what creates the action. Over here, you've got some of my home painters. One of the things I get a kick out of doing is getting some nail polish. Not my wife's nail polish, mind you. Go to Amazon and get your own. You can get any color you want. Nail polish is excellent for doing lures. It stands up in the water. It stands up to hard treatment on the rocks, getting bit by the fish, whatnot. But yeah, I like taking the blanks, and I will do up my own little unique custom patterns just for kicks. I have a lot of fun doing that. Any pattern you want, there's no rhyme or reason to it. I just kind of do general fish-like, fishy patterns. And then, of course, you've got these, Rainbow Plastics, Double X Tackle, pot of gold spoons. These are about the cheapest you'll find. I think these are $1.50 to $2.50 at most. sporting goods locations, you almost always find some of these kind of basic spoon lures. So you really don't have to spend a lot. Spoon lures are very, very inexpensive. It's an extremely economical way to fish if you're lure fishing. Oh, something else I want to talk about. These technically get included as the spoons. These are Castmasters. Very different shape and a different action from the other spoons on the table. Castmasters are excellent in windy conditions because if I'm trying to throw something flat and light like one of these bigger ones, at least in windy conditions, this will really get hung up on the wind. It's hard to get distance out over the water, hard to get distance on your line, but you can slice right through the wind with a Castmaster. A good Castmaster will go really, really far. Again, it's a slightly different action because of the flat wedge shape. Elongated teardrop still. Cut tons of trout on those Castmasters. So there pretty much is the basics. Again, not tons of money for spoon lures. Very, very easy lure to fish. Very, very inexpensive lure. I've had lots and lots of luck. I mean, thousands of fish over the years fishing these in various reservoirs and even some of the streams if you get a deeper part of a stream. Like I said at the beginning, you've got pretty much quarter ounce, 2/5 ounce, half ounce. Half ounce for me is probably a favorite, especially these Sierra ones. These have a wonderful shape. They have a wonderful heft to them. These shimmer patterns are very, very brilliant. They work great on the Bonneville cutthroat that are around here. So, yeah, they work on the Lahontan's for what they were designed for, but they work on the Bonnevilles as well. It's great fun. Beautiful, beautiful casting. Excellent retrieve. I'm a big believer that you have to enjoy the mode of the fishing. Every type of fishing has a different mode. Most trout fishermen, or I should say many trout fishermen, it's just, put a worm on a bobber, throw it out, or put cheese on a weight and throw it out, sit and wait. And that works perfectly fine. Other guys will do the tube jigs, of course, for the cutthroats I mentioned previously. Those tube jigs are very, very popular and very, very effective. But for me, even though I do like spinners, I've used spinners a ton, probably I will always go to these spoon lures first. The spoons are really, really fun and really effective, and I enjoy them a lot. Anyway, that's the basics of the spoons. Let's go to the proof of concept.
So here we are. It is January 6th, and I'm at one of my favorite spots that has a fair amount of Bonneville cutthroat trout that really like the spoons. I've got on here just a kind of a rainbow pattern Sierra spoon, half ounce, as described earlier. It's just a concave little piece of metal, pattern on one side, treble hook at the bottom. The action is created by the concave nature of the lure just being gently swished through the water. You also see I've got a snap swivel at the end of the line there. I know some fishermen will argue that snap swivels that close to the lure or the bait is a bad idea. It'll scare off the fish. In my experience, maybe. I've caught I don't know how many trout and smallmouth fishing this way. I pretty much have done this my whole life, mostly because that snap swivel makes it incredibly easy to take the spoons on and off. I rotate through spoons and spinners any place I go, so that snap swivel is pretty much essential to me. Anyway, the rod is just a basic Shimano spinning rod, probably I think 6'6", maybe 7. The reel is a pretty nice Fluger President, XT or Supreme or whatever the heck it was, 40 size reel, 6-pound test line on there. So this is my setup, and I'm going to show you how I do this. Pretty much it's just a very gentle throw back and let it go, try to get some arc on it, and then just a gentle irregular retrieve, kind of like that, where it's just a little bit of rod action, not a ton of rod action, just some winding, a little bit of winding, speed it up a little bit, slow it down, speed it up a little bit, slow it down, and so on and so forth. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my jam. Reel it back in, go ahead and hook that line, flip the bail over, haul back, let it go out as far as I can. There we go, sploosh. And then just begin again. Just a really gentle retrieve. I apologize for the wind. It's kind of breezy here today. I was hoping for calmer conditions, but not too bad. The water is brilliantly crystal clear. Amazing how clear the water at this particular reservoir gets. But yeah, I'm just gently pulling it back. Stop once in a while. This habit on the reel, it becomes kind of semi-conscious. I don't really consciously think about it. Occasional little rod tugs, just little rod tugs here and there. Just kind of gently pulling it through the water. Again, I really like these half-ounce Sierras. On days like today where it's a little bit breezy, man, you can still get some good distance on these things going out pretty far. And they work. So we'll see if I can hook into something here. Generally keep my rod down. I'm not much of a rod up. Most of the time I'm keeping my rod down towards the surface. Again, just an irregular, just kind of winding motion retrieve. Hopefully the sun doesn't glare out this GoPro. I'll switch over and kind of go to the west here for a bit. Do a little bit of fan casting. Beautiful day, really gorgeous. Just supremely pleasant temperatures for January. This is really remarkable. Out into the center a little bit. Sploosh. A couple more.
Proof of concept, here we go. Nice little, probably 14-inch cutthroat Bonneville. Get down here and have a look. Looks like a decent fish on a Sierra spoon. I was talking about those earlier being very effective. They were purpose designed for the Lahontan cutthroats. Yeah, these things work great on these Bonnevilles though. Yeah, nice pretty fish. Really pretty.